The following is a production of CUTV Sports.
Basketball season once again at Cal U, and CUTV Sports presents the California Vulcans women basketball PSAC opener against the Mercyhurst Lakers from the Convocation Center. Hello and welcome to the broadcast, everyone. My name is Matt Hagee. Alongside of me is Cody Jeanette. Cody, it's great to be back calling basketball games again, and these two teams opened up their seasons over the weekend at the Convocation Center, actually, for the PSAC Mountain East Conference Challenge.
Yeah, they did. California taking on West Liberty University, got the 78-68 win in that one. Emma Mahadi scored 23 points against a nationally ranked West Liberty team, mind you. And then Mercyhurst also, they had a little bit they were on the other end of the stick, though, taking on Notre Dame of Ohio and getting the loss 77-70. Adrian Clocker, though, had 11 points in that game.
It's a very young Mercyhurst team, and the last time these two teams squared off was back on February 5th of this year at the Convocation Center, and California had their way against the Lakers.
Yeah, California ended the season ended the season series against Mercyhurst, taking them on here at Cal U, and now they're opening it, taking them on at the friendly courts of the Convocation Center, getting the 79-65 victory the last time that they met.
And now we're going to take a look at our players to watch. And Cody, we'll start with Cal's player to watch, and we'll start with none other than the reigning PSAC player of the week, Emma Mahadi.
Emma Mahadi, boy, you got to look out for her. 38 total points on the season overall, including 23 last week against West Liberty. And she also is averaging 8.5 rebounds per game through the first few weeks. So she's scoring from outside the three-point arc, but also getting the rebounds from underneath.
As for the Lakers, we mentioned her name already, Adrian Clocker. She's on a young team. She's been one of the big leaders so far.
Yeah, Adrian Clocker, 23 points on the season total so far. And it's another thing to note is her presence is very well known on defense. She's had 2 steals throughout this season so far. Both of them were last week against Notre Dame of Ohio. So she made the game a lot closer than what it probably could have been.
And it should be an interesting game here tonight. When we come back, we'll see if the Vulcans can build on their undefeated streak. We'll see if the Lakers can get their first win of the season. Tip-off is next on CUTV.
NCAA Division II has much to cheer about, as nearly 100,000 student athletes compete with passion and pride. And I'm pleased to share the best news of all. Student athletes are outperforming the rest of the D2 student body in graduation rates. Just another reason why you'll hear us say with pride, I chose Division II. Learn more at d2sa.org.
With 18 institutions, my conference is the largest league across all NCAA classifications. With nearly 7,000 student athletes competing in 23 championships, my conference sponsors the most championships in Division II. With a 78% academic success rate, my conference graduates student athletes well above the national average. We compete with passion. We take pride in our efforts in the arena and in the classroom. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Passion, pride, Pennsylvania.
And welcome back to the Convocation Center for the PSAC West opener for the California Vulcans and the Mercyhurst Lakers. And Cody, we're going to take a look at the tail of the tape here. Big contrast between these two PSAC rivals.
Yeah, well, both of them have definitely had different starts to the season. California getting a 2-0 record to start out the season, and Mercyhurst starting out 0-2. But the points per game is surprisingly close. California averaging 79.5, Mercyhurst was 72.5, and the percentages definitely favor California in regards to the free throw, but the field goals and 3 points favor Mercyhurst. So you never really know what can happen, especially since it's the beginning of the season. And as you know, you normally say you like to put a little bit of spice with the stats, but they're surprisingly really close, even though they two teams have started out differently.
You can see Coach Jess Strom for the Vulcans. The Vulcans started the season 0-4 last year, and one of the things talking to her before the season, she wanted to change that, and the team's off to a better start, 2-0. As for Mercyhurst, they played some tough teams, quality opponents at the Convocation Center for that opening tournament they had this week. The Vulcans swept the Lakers, and now we will be pausing for the national anthem here on CUTV. And it'll be by the Young and Gifted Gospel Choir. And a wonderful rendition there by the Young and Gifted Gospel Choir here at Cal U, Cody. Should be a great game. Decent crowd on hand here, and we are ready for the starters here. We will start with the California Vulcans as Emma Mahadi, the senior guard from Albury, Australia. And then next, Caitlin Frotz, the senior guard from Accident, Maryland, Northern Garrett High School. Then next will be the PSAC debut of Lana Doran from Northamptonshire, England. And then next will be the sensational sophomore Mickey Glenn from Bridgeport, West Virginia. And then rounding out the Vulcan starting lineup will be Irina Kugel, the senior guard from Harrisonburg, Virginia. As for the Lakers, she is coached by Deanna Richard, her 8th season at the helm for the Lakers. Starting off, be Angela Heinz, the sophomore guard from Seton LaSalle, Bethel Park. And then Adrian Clocker, we already mentioned her name already, the junior guard from the Villa Maria Academy in Erie. And then next will be the forward Natalie Piagesti, the sophomore guard from Seton LaSalle, also another Seton LaSalle product. And then next will be Alex Artis, number 22, sophomore from Northeast Pennsylvania, up in the Erie area. And then rounding out the Lakers starting lineup will be Maria Penasino, sophomore from Bethel Park High School. And Cody, a lot of Bethel Park in the Lakers lineup.
Yeah, definitely a good variety as well from the high schools that they hail out of. But Matt, I feel like one thing we should know to touch back on what we talked about in our open, the last time the California Vulcans played the Mercyhurst Lakers, 3 of the starters, Caitlin Frotz and Emma Mahadi and Irina Kukul, all combined for great offensive contribution. Frotz led the way with 25 points, and Mahadi and Kukul each got double figures with 14 and 11, respectively, in the previous game. And those 3, they're starting the game today. So California's going to be firing on all cylinders right off the tip-off.
A lot of senior leadership out of this Vulcans team versus the young guns of Mercyhurst. Not a single senior in the starting lineup for the Mercyhurst Lakers. But it's still a very talented squad. They're going to be a force to reckon with in the coming years. As for the Vulcans, the senior leadership, and it's a very hungry group looking to make the playoffs, back in the playoffs after missing it last year, the NCAA regional playoffs. As we're going to get ready for tip-off here, it will be Irina Kukul and Natalie Piagesti. Piagesti 6'1". And here we go. Tip-off is won and out of bounds. And looks like we'll go Mercyhurst way.
Yeah, out of bounds over on the far side. A little too much adrenaline maybe on that tip-off, sending it flying over onto the far side. But now California will get first ball control.
And it looked like there, Angela Heinz got it, their hand on the ball last second, and not see till the last second there. The Vulcans will start off here with Irina Kukul. Kukul drives inside, loses a ball, and stolen away there by Jessica Bell. And now Mercyhurst going inside, and they turn the ball over as well. So Cody, 2 turnovers so far, 1 for each team.
Yeah, well, right now is the time whenever both teams are getting what they call the butterflies out of their system. You know, it's a new season, it's about to start. It's still the first game.
Now Irina Kukul starts it back. And worked on by Natalie Piagesi. Then back to Mickey Glenn. Mickey Glenn setting the plays, and back to Kukul. Kukul goes back to Glenn. Now she works inside, gives it back to Kukul. Kukul for 3, and it's an air ball, and it'll go out of bounds. Mercyhurst ball.
Kukul just a little short on that shot there. There's 19:15 left to go in the quarter. We're still scoreless. No team has drawn first blood yet.
And then both teams feeling each other out. Nothing too hasty. As the Lakers will start back with Adrian Clocker. Clocker working around being double teamed. And now inside, the ball is ripped away by Mickey Glenn. Gives it to Kukul up court. She's got Clarker to beat. Works inside and loses the ball. And looks like she'll get fouled, the first foul of the game.
Boy, good defense by Mickey Glenn on the other side of the court. Had the presence from down deep in the paint to just strip the ball away from the Mercyhurst player and then send Kukul going the other way. And you're going to see Kukul get fouled on her way to the shot. So we're going to see her go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
And Cody, she is 100% so far on this season, and now she misses her first shot here, so still scoreless. So Kukul misses her first free throw of the season, normally routine at the line. Kukul for another attempt, and that one falls, and the Vulcans will get on the ball first, 1-0.
California going full court press now.
Quick press, and the Lakers work it back up court with Clocker. She's going to get called for a travel, and another turnover for the Lakers, and the Vulcans will get the ball back.
Well, and Clocker is not happy about that call. You can see their frustration in giving the ball back to the official, but she got caught with her hand in the cookie jar, as they usually say.
Mickey Glenn, the table setter, will hand it over to Emma Mahadi. It's the first time we've seen her touch the ball so far in this game. Caitlin Frotz gives it over to Mickey Glenn, right circle. Wide pass to Irina Kukul. Kukul backs up, hits to Mahadi in the corner. Mahadi works inside, double coverage, back to Frotz. Frotz for 3. That is no good. Rebound, Piagesi.
Well, that was a wide open 3 for Frotz. A golden opportunity to extend California's lead, but unfortunately came up empty.
And the ball went out there off the hand of Lana Doran, so the Lakers will start back with 18:26 remaining. Now the Lakers work back here, looking to get back on the scoreboard, holding the Vulcans at bay so far between the first 2 minutes here. As we see Jessica Bell work around, gets side, gets it back. Send it in the corner for Clocker, and that is good. Adrian Clocker gets the Lakers on the board in a big way. It's 3-1.
Our player to watch, and rightfully so. If you get her in that corner and she's wide open, you can easily see a 3-point shot made.
Lana Doran works around. She is double teamed back to Irina Kukul. And Cody, good defense out of the Lakers so far. Kukul works inside and gets it to go to tie the game up at 3. Kukul's got all 3 points so far for the Vulcans. Now the Lakers work back here. See Alex Artis in the corner, handed back to Clocker. Clocker works inside on Doran. Clocker works around, puts it up, and that is good. Out a start from Adrian Clocker. It's 5-3 Mercyhurst. Now Frotz works it back quick in transition, misses a shot, and an easy rebound for Natalie Piagesi.
Caitlin Frotz looking to swing momentum right back. Saw the opportunity and took advantage, but the shot was just a little off.
Now Hines hands it back to Clocker and over to Artis. Artis taking her time, worked on there by Caitlin Frotz. Artis tries to work inside, and Frotz is giving her no room, and she tries to seal it away, and she'll force the travel. Nice defense there by Frotz.
And Mercyhurst called with their second travel of the game. A little bit of happy feet over on the Lakers side of the ball. California, this is a golden opportunity to take advantage of opponent miscues and get some points on the board. In this case, tie the game back up or take the lead again.
Kukul is the only one who's made a field goal so far in this game, as we have 16:55 remaining here in the first half. Now Mickey Glenn puts it up, and that rolls out. Rebound Kukul. Kukul gets it back out the front, it's swatted away, hits the scorer's table there by Alex Artis. So good defense there by Artis, but the Vulcans will try again.
It was tipped out by Mercyhurst, and as the rule goes, the last person to tip it out of bounds, the other team gets possession. For those that may be watching basketball for the first time, and you've turned into a good game.
Now Mickey Glenn will start it back, hand it inside to Mahadi. Mahadi now works such she gets called for travel, so the Lakers will get the ball back with another Cal turnover.
Looked like Mahadi might have slid a little bit as she was getting ready to push herself forward when she pivoted her feet, and that's what led to the travel call.
Clocker sends it back, hands it off to Heinz. Heinz works inside to Glenn, gets it back out to Clocker, and stolen away by Frotz. Here comes Frotz. She's got Kukul with her. Kukul puts it up in transition, gets the foul, and it looks like she'll be going back to the line.
Yeah, Kukul will be going back to the second time. Just her and Frotz were on the breakaway on that one, and she saw her open, got the ball underneath, but then got fouled on the shot. It would have been an easy layup for Kukul.
So Kukul goes back to the line for the second time tonight. As you can see her fouled away. They'll give it to Angela Heinz on the foul for her first foul of the night. And Irina Kukul gets her second free throw made of the night here, and it's now 5-4. Now Kukul here with 16:22 remaining here in the first half. Looks to tie the game, and she will. And she'll go 3 for 4 now from the free throw stripe, and it's 5-5.
And right now, so far, this game is Kukul versus Clocker. Both teams have one player scoring all 5 points.
Now almost a near travel there by Ortiz, but now Bell works inside of Mahadi, puts up a shot, no good, rebound, and it's Mickey Glenn. Mickey Glenn, fast break. This is Lana Doran. Over to Frotz. What a pass, what a layup. 2 points, Vulcan, 7-5.
Good trifecta completion there. Glenn to Doran to Frotz, 2 points.
Excellent, excellent pass there by Lana Doran. She gets the assist on that one. And the Vulcans, for the first time since their 1-0 lead, they have the lead. Now Clocker. Puts it back to Heinz. Heinz runs right around Irina Kukul and puts it in to tie the game back up at 7.
She saw the wide open lane going down the left side of the key and used that to her advantage.
Now Mahadi working around, double teamed. Mahadi works around and seals it back, and Mercyhurst will back off. Gives it to Frotz. Frotz works inside her Clocker. She puts it in, and good. Caitlin Frotz runs right around Clocker to give the Vulcans the lead back.
15-20 left to go in the first half. California playing shootout style ball now with the Lakers.
I mean, this Vulcans team is starting to turn this game into a track meet. I mean, they have the speed to do it. And now Clocker works around on Lana Doran. Clocker puts the shot up and ties the game back up at 9. What a show from Adrian Clocker so far. Mickey Glenn takes it back up court here. So we approach our first media timeout. Now Mahadi goes inside, puts up a shot, and good. There's Emma Mahadi getting on the board. It's now 11-9, back and forth.
Back and forth, the shootout style game, like I said.
It's very solid offensive teams these both two teams have, and I mean, Mercyhurst has got to have all their starters returning in this game back next year. So it's a good core, and looks like we'll have a foul here on Caitlin Frotz. And Cody, we're going to take the first media timeout of the game here. It is 11-9 California, and we're going to take a look at some highlights here. And like you said, it's been Kukul versus Clocker.
Yeah, essentially, Kukul has 5 points in this game so far. Clocker has 7, and it's been a back and forth style game for the past few minutes. We saw it was 9-7, then 9-9, then 11-9, and you're going to see that was Kukul underneath, putting up a layup. Lots of back and forth. Clocker on that shot there. It's been responsible for a lot of the points. But earlier on, you said it yourself, Matt. Both of the teams had really good defenses, and now that everything's all synced up, the offenses are starting to find some flaws. Some open lanes maybe, or some wide open players that may be ready to take a jump shot. And that's what's led to the points.
Now, Cody, the team leaders for the Vulcans, it looks like this. Emma Mahadi, 19 points per game for the first 2 games. She's got a field goal already and 8.5 rebounds, and Glenn leads the way in the rest with assists, steals, and minutes. As for the Lakers, I mean, right there, Adrian Clocker is your team leader. She's the only upperclassman on this roster, and so you can see there, she leads the team in minutes.
Yeah, she leads the team in minutes. Heinz leading the way in rebounding, assists, and steals. So she's getting a lot of work in as well.
So now the Lakers will start here, 14:30 remaining here in the first half as Clocker will inbound. She'll hand it off here, new player in the game. That is Maria Penasino. So initially, she was in the starting lineup, but it was changed last second. Penasino hands it back to Heinz. Heinz gives it over to 3, and that is good. That's from another new player on the team. That's Haley Andrus, sophomore, and she gives the Lakers the lead. Now the Vulcans quick transition back. It's another player in the game. That was a shot thrown up there by Sierra Barrett, the freshman from Central Valley. Clocker in transition, and that is good. Fast break works out for the Lakers, and they go up 14-11, largest lead in the game so far.
Mercyhurst, I beg your pardon, with a couple fresh new set of feet on the court. During the previous timeout, we saw a couple subs come in.
Now Mahadi works it back here. The Lakers have come out firing since the immediate timeout, and Emma Mahadi rebounds with a 3 of her own to tie this game up at 14.
And Emma Mahadi is that kind of player. Whenever a team is thinking that the game's going to slip away, she'll score those points to get the team right back in it. In this case, it ties the game right back up when it looked like Mercyhurst might have gone on a little run.
Yeah, Jesse hands it back to Heinz, who gives it to Penasino. Penasino, top of key, worked by Mickey Glenn. Penasino tries to work around, and she finally gives a shot off, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Pia Jesse, great rebound. It was swatted to her. She can't get it to go. Pia Jesse gets finally fouled by Mickey Glenn, but that was a great effort there by Pia Jesse.
Yeah, Pia Jesse on the second and third chances on that shot. California was playing a little subtle down low on defense. You're going to see there's Mickey Glenn. Mickey Glenn reaches up for it, but Pia Jesse has the height advantage over her, so she was able to reach up and go grab it, but as the first foul shot got made.
And she's 6'1", so it's definitely a big frame out there. I mentioned before, she's one of 2 players from Seton LaSalle High School, one of 3 from the town of Bethel Park.
She's 6'1", Mickey Glenn only 5'7".
So it's a big matchup right there, and she sinks both free throws. She's 80% so far on the season. The Lakers are now lead 16-14 on the road here in the first half. Now Caitlin Frotzwork said she gets fouled by Adrian Clocker. She's not happy that she made that decision there. So now see Alex Ortiz re-enter the game for the Lakers when they announce a substitution in. She will sub in for Clocker, and Clocker's really not happy with herself.
And Clocker might need a take a couple minutes to just calm herself down, and the head coach for Mercyhurst is good at seeing that, because a heated player on the court doesn't usually turn out to be that effective.
And Caitlin Frotz runs around the Lakers defense and ties this game at 16. What a show there. Caitlin Frotz on that there, and she's got 6 points so far. That leads the Vulcans, and Cody, in the last 2 games against the Lakers, she eats them up.
Yeah, she really does.
And now Heinz tries to work back. She is double teamed. Great pressure there, trying to work around, and they could call a travel there on Heinz. What great pressure there by Doran and Glenn.
Boy, on the double team here, take a look at this.
That was Barrett, excuse me.
Yeah, take a look at this. She, taking a few extra steps, trying to get the ball away. You saw Pia Jesse was there in range to take a pass, but just got it off a little too late.
Mickey Glenn trying to respond. She puts up a shot, no good. Rebound, out of bounds. Lakers basketball.
They're going to need to get the ball and go to the other end of the court. Now it's 12-18 left to go in the first half. We're still tied at 16. This has been a very close and very tight game here early on.
Now Jessica Bell will re-enter the game for Pia Jesse, and Kuka will be ready to check in at the next stoppage. Penasino, the only one of the 3 from Bethel Park that went to the public school, Bethel Park High School, so still a local product, about 40 minutes from here. And now Bell works inside Mahadi. She puts up a shot, and it'll be a travel, so no basket. Another turnover for the Lakers.
Little up and down on that shot. It's something that the players try to get away with all the time, and draw a foul maybe. But the official was right there to see that she was uncontested and called the travel.
Mickey Glenn sends it back for the Vulcans here, looking to retake the lead. She hands off to Barrett. Big pass inside to Mahadi. Mahadi puts it up, no good. Rebound through 2 Lakers, and Mahadi somehow gets the ball very luckily.
Boy, good. Mahadi was just in the right place at the right time on that.
Now Frotz gives it back to Glenn. She paused, now works inside on Penasino. Glenn puts up a shot, no good. Rebound, Penasino. So Penasino's come back, and Mickey Glenn's kind of struggled a little bit from the field so far. It's the thing last year, she established herself as a freshman, but she's got a lot of time to turn it around. Now the Lakers will call a foul on the Vulcans.
It's going to be a foul on the court.
Looks like they'll call it on Barrett, and we will have our second media timeout of the half. Stay tuned for the rest of the first half. We are tied at 16 here on CUTV.
With 18 institutions, my conference is the largest league across all NCAA classifications. With nearly 7,000 student athletes competing in 23 championships, my conference sponsors the most championships in Division II. With a 78% academic success rate, my conference graduates student athletes well above the national average. We compete with passion. We take pride in our efforts in the arena and in the classroom. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Passion, pride, Pennsylvania.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to Make-A-Wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted.
We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
Welcome back to the Convocation Center. Here we have a tie score, 16-16, and we have 11:21 left in the first half here. But Cody, these teams' offenses are really having their way with the other team's defense so far.
Yeah, and early on in the game, it was the other way around. You know, you saw a lot of defense, especially down low whenever teams were trying to go in for the easy layups, but they came up empty, and now we're seeing the tides completely turn.
Now, new players in the game. Cece Dixon is seeing her first action in the game, as well as you see who has the ball right there for Lakers. Hannah Santia, she's a freshman from Wadsworth, Ohio, so new cast there for Lakers. As now Andres works it around, puts up a shot, no good. Easy rebound, Mahadi. Now Mahadi sends it back over to Glenn. Another fast transition that they're doing. And a good, no good there by Mickey Glenn. She put it up, and now the Lakers are in transition. Here comes Angela Hines, gives it over to Santia. Santia puts up no good, rebound, Kuko.
California looking for a second chance after that miss by Mickey Glenn, going up full force.
Fast-paced action again, right out of the timeouts. Very exciting game. Kuko hands it back over to Frotz, and then back to Kuko. Vulcan slowing it down a little bit. Kuko gives it over to Mahadi. Mahadi works inside. It over to Kuko. 7 on the shot clock. Mickey Glenn goes inside. Glenn puts up a shot. It's ripped away. Great play there by Haley Andres. Now she almost loses the ball. Now it'll go a jump ball there as Glenn latches onto the ball, and the possession arrow will stay with the Lakers.
Mercyhurst right now is going on with the man-to-man defense, and that is proving to be extremely effective against the Vulcans. They're not allowing any penetration down low. It's been, and California might have to make some adjustments later on in the second half or later on in this half.
Paige Wright checks in the game for Mickey Glenn. She is one of the transfers. She's from Saginaw Valley. And Cody, last time I've heard Saginaw Valley and Cal U in the same sentence, it was a big overtime football game in 2010. Now the Lakers put inside the Bell. Bell against Dixon. She puts up the shot. That one is good. Her first field goal of the game, and the Lakers take the lead back. Frotz works it back. Hits it. Oh, errant pass there, and it'll be Lakers basketball. Costly turnover for the Vulcans.
It looked like it might have been a little bit of a miscommunication on that one, expecting to have someone on the wing to swing it down low, but no one was home, so the ball just flew out of bounds.
Hannah Santia sends it back, and they're working over Frotz. This Lakers team has come out fired up, and they're playing. Frotz is trying everything she can to rip the ball away. I mean, she is a thorn on team sides playing defense, and they'll call a foul there on Paige Wright.
Paige Wright getting the foul on that one. It looked like she might have been a little too close here. Let's take a look at the replay and see what can happen. There we go, just reaching in a little bit and impeding their progress. You know, that's what the rule is. You can go after the ball, but you can't go after the player. So that's too much contact with the player there.
Paige Wright's first foul, Vulcan's team 4th foul in the first half. Adrian Clocker checked back in the game for Santia. This is Artis. Double team, gives it back over to Hines. Hines thought about shot, works inside. Great pass, no good. Rebound, Cece Dixon. She ripped it off of Alex Artis.
So Mercyhurst choosing the one-on-one defense, and California going with the 2-trap defense. Both of them are working.
Caitlin Frotz working inside. Battle of 11, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound, Andres. Cody, the looks are there, but right now the shots aren't falling. Maybe it might change later for the Vulcans, but right now, 8:55 remaining. The Lakers have the lead. Now Clocker gets the ball punched out by Frotz, but it's recovered by Ortiz on her knees and gives it back to Clocker.
Almost a travel there, so good control by Ortiz.
Clocker spins around, blocked by Cece Dixon, and Dixon takes the ball back. She's got Kuko wide open. Kuko puts up the layup, and good. 18-18 all.
Good job by Kuko on that one to go on the fast break and have a resource for them to pass to.
Cal Evans once again. Cece Dixon almost ripped it away again, and now it's back out to Angela Heinz. Heinz puts inside. Bell off of Mahadi. That one is good. Bell's got 2 straight points for the Lakers, and it's now 20-18.
20-18 in favor of Mercyhurst. Paige
Wright contains the basketball, shoots a 3, and it's going to be a foul away from the play, and we'll see who it is. The Lakers will be on Haley Hondres, team 4th foul for the Lakers here with 8:02 remaining.
We're seeing a couple subs come in for Mercyhurst now. Katie Fisher checks into the game along with Mariah Penasino checking in for the Lakers, and we had also one California substitution as well.
Mahadi went off for Lana Doran. This is Kuko works inside. Kuko puts up a shot, no good. Big scrum for the rebound, but it's Laker basketball. That looked like it went off of Lana Doran. And now we will have our 3rd media timeout of the game. 7:52 remaining here in the first half. The Lakers have a 20-18 lead. And, I mean, I give credit to this Lakers team coming out on the road. And, I mean, they've been playing familiar with the area since they played their first 2 games here in the tournament.
Yeah, and they played just last weekend at the tournament, like you said. But this game has been extremely close all game long. You're seeing shots like this made on both sides. Caitlin Frotz on that one, and then for Mercyhurst, Jessica Bell with that shot. It's been back and forth all game long, literally. I'm not even kidding when I say that. It's been a shootout-style game all game long so far, keeping it really close. Still a 2-point margin, 20-18.
And now, Cody, here are the stat rankings for this teams through the opening weekend. Cal right now 6th in the PSAC, Mercyhurst 9th. Scoring defense is 9th and 14th, and scoring margin 7th and 13th. So the Vulcans lead the way in all categories, but Mercyhurst doesn't have too shabby numbers so far.
No, they don't. Like, and the 0-2 record is deceiving because this is still a team to be reckoned with. It's just they had a more shaky start to the season compared to the other teams at the top of the PSAC standings right now, like IUP, California, and Edinburgh.
And now looks like the 5 that the Vulcans will send out will be Cece Dixon, Paige Wright, Arena Kuko, Caitlin Frotz, and Lana Doran. The Lakers will send out Haley Andres, Katie Fisher, Alex Ortiz, Jessica Bell, and Maria Penasino. So now Penasino will take it back the other way for the Lakers here, looking for their first win of the season. Playing well so far. And it looks like we'll have a 10-second violation rule. Penasino took her time, and unfortunately she got called for foul. It's a new call in women's basketball.
Yeah, it's been a relatively new rule in the past couple years. Last year was the first year that they enforced it. It used to be, you could take all the time you wanted taking it across the court, but now they're enforcing that 10-second rule.
Now, Penasino's a young player, so she might have not known that rule. Now, Cece Dixon works around, puts up a shot. That is no good. Rebound. Lakers basketball. They'll call it out on Kuko.
Yeah, it goes out of bounds on the rebound attempt, so Mercyhurst will get a clean inbound. California dropping back to play defense. You can see it got tipped out there by Kuko.
And it was also called an offensive foul as well. It's Kuko's first foul, 5th team foul for the Vulcans here in the first half.
7:28 left.
So it might have been something on the court there, and they get it off, and now we're ready to go back to action here. The Lakers still up 20-18. And now Penasino will take it back here much quicker than the last time, not to get called with the 10-second rule.
Yeah, I'm sure she doesn't want to get called for that twice in a row.
So it looks like we'll see Tara Parsons at the next stoppage for the Vulcans to check in. But now that ball's almost stolen away by Kuko, but Andres recovers, gives it over to Penasino. Ortiz looks up for a 3 from the corner, no good. She gets her own rebound, puts up another shot, and that's good. The Lakers have now a 22-18 lead.
Boy, good awareness by Ortiz to know that her shot was going to be short, so she just ran right after it to get her own rebound.
An errant pass there, and another turnover for the Vulcans. And we'll have another stoppage here. Shatara Parsons and Mickey Glenn will check in for Kuko and Cece Dixon. And now Angela Heinz will check back in for
Ortiz.
So we'll see the Lakers take it back up here. 4-point lead. That's their largest lead of the game. It says a lot. The way you said it's been back and forth.
It's the largest lead of the game for anybody.
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly it. And then Penasino working around on Mahadi. Now Bell hands it off to Andres. Andres for three, no good. Just got off the rim, and Mickey Glenn takes it back for the Vulcans. Glenn fast in transition, puts it around, gives to Frotz. Frotz for three, no good. Rebound. That is Parsons. Parsons puts up a shot, no good. Tough break. Rebound, Jessica Bell.
Jessica Bell with the rebound, stripping it away from California, and now Penasino will reset her squad and take it across the court.
It's a shame. There's two good looks for the Vulcans. It was Frotz and then Parsons inside, the freshman from Harrisburg Central Dauphin High School. One of two players for Central Dauphin on the Vulcans roster is now Penasino, works around Frotz, puts up a shot. That one is good. The Lakers have now a 24-18 lead. 6-point lead for the Lakers. The Vulcans look to recover. Frotz works around. It's inside the line of door, and that's another costly turnover. It went off Hailey Andres, and now the Lakers have the ball back.
California with a couple of miscues from inside their own zone, inside their own paint. It's been costly both in possession time and on the scoreboard.
And these two teams are kind of reversed roles from this weekend. The Vulcans going 2-0. That one's stolen away there by Lana Doran. Maybe that's the spark the Vulcans need. Doran in transition, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound Glenn. Glenn puts the shot in for her first 2 points of the game. It's now 24-20.
Mickey Glenn on the second chance, sending the ball in. Lana Doran still looking for her first points of the game, but Glenn says, "I'll help you out," and sends her second chance in.
Much needed shot. Penasino works around, guarded by Parsons. Gets inside. Fisher, that one is good. Katie Fisher with her first 2 points, and the Lakers respond to the Vulcans' points.
It's 26-20 now. 4:49 left to go in the first, and California looking to keep this game close going into halftime.
Now Parsons works inside on Bell. Parsons puts up a shot. Good move. No good. Rebound. Big, huge scrum for it. 4 players down. And Lana Doran has her hand on her face, but looks like she will be okay there. It'll be California basketball. That was a huge scrum.
Yeah, she's getting up and shaking that off. Might have hit something off of the hardwood. And Matt, they call that the hardwood for a reason. It's not pleasant if you fall onto that really hard. And so give credit to Doran for getting up and standing up tall.
I can see a cut on her eyebrow.
Might have gotten scratched in the scrum on the way down. That does happen sometimes.
Yeah. The Vulcans will, fortunately for them, get the ball back here. 4:31 remaining. Looks like Doran will check out of the game for Irina Kuko. Yeah, you can see that is really starting to bleed on her eyebrow.
Oh my goodness.
Get that looked at there. They might have to check if there's any blood that landed on the court as well. The great athletic training staff there, led by Shelly Desario, will definitely take care of Doran to get back into the game. Now it's stolen away by Katie Fisher. What a great opportunistic move. Fisher pulls up a shot, faked out, and good. Katie Fisher, it is an 8-point Lakers lead.
Boy, Mercyhurst really taking advantage of California miscues right now. There might need to be some adjustments to be made on going into halftime.
Mahadi puts up a shot, but that goes right off the board, rebounded by Angela Heinz. And the Lakers are really getting the shots to fall. The Vulcans cannot. Katie Fisher, sophomore, playing like a senior out there. She puts up another shot, no good. Rebound by Andres. Andres puts up a shot, gets fouled, good, but she will get the go to the line as a foul on Shatara Parsons.
Boy, Mercyhurst right now has the offensive rebounds on their side.
And we're going to have our 4th media timeout. When we come back here, Hailey Andres will go to the line for 2 to look to extend the 8-point Lakers lead. 3:52 remaining here in the first half here on CUTV.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted.
We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
And welcome back here to the Convocation Center. 3:52 remaining here in the first half. The Lakers lead the California Vulcans 28-20, putting on an upset alert early here. And they'll look to continue the success by putting Haley Andres at the line for 2 shots. She will shot and no good there, so it'll stay 28-20 here. Her free throw percentage so far for the opening weekend is only 33.3%. Andres put up another shot attempt, and that one is good. So it'll be 29-20 here. The Lakers a very large lead, extending it on the Vulcans here with 3:50 remaining. The Vulcans need to strike quick before halftime.
And just a quick update on Lana Doran. She left a couple minutes ago with a cut on her eyebrow. I do not see her on the bench, so she still might be getting tended to.
Now Kuko works back there, and she will get fouled, and looks like she'll go back to the line here for the 3rd time tonight. And actually, Cody, I can see her being attended to. You can see right through from our vantage point there. You can see her right there, attended to by the athletic trainer. So now Kuko will go back to the line for her 3rd trip. She's 3 for 4 so far. 3 for 5 now. And it's 29-20. Now Caitlin Frotz and Cece Dixon will check in for Paige Wright and Shatara Parsons. So now it's 3:38 remaining here. Good to get the more experienced players back on the court and try to cut this deficit here as Kuko goes 0 for 2 from the line.
That's gonna come back to haunt the Vulcans, those missed free throw opportunities.
And now we can see Hannah Santia, the freshman, back in for the Lakers. And now Angela Heinz, Saran Mahadi. Is it back to Santia? Tried to trap in Glenn and ball back to Heinz. Now a 3-pointer from Andres, no good. Big rebound there by Emma Mahadi.
Emma Mahadi in the right place at the right time again. I swear she has basketball instincts to know where that ball's going to end up.
Caitlin Frotz works inside, gives it to Dixon, and Dixon cannot handle it. Rebound Angela Heinz.
And another miscommunication or another turnover down low for the Vulcans. Mercyhurst really taking advantage right now, and it's showing on the scoreboard.
And Tia slows down, almost stolen away there by Kuko. Fisher thought about a shot, but we get back to Santia. Gives it back inside to Andres, working on Glenn. Andres works around, slips, loses the ball, and it will be Vulcans basketball.
So they're going to rule that Andres was the one that last touched it going out of bounds. So California getting a turnover of their own now. Look for this to be a turning point if they can get some more points on the board.
See Mickey Glenn taking it back here. Struggled early, but then got a recent field goal. I can see the Kuko. Kuko inside, wide open. Cece Dixon puts up a shot. It is good.
There it is. Cece Dixon down low underneath, wide open. She is able to find her and put some points on the board for the Vulcans.
And a great opening there. So Cece Dixon wide open and a much-needed 2 points for the Vulcans as they look to cut into this deficit. Natalie Piagesi is back into the game for the Lakers. Double team, sit back, Frotz rips it out, tries to get it. Piagesi tries to get better, gets back to Mahadi. Great turnover by Caitlin Frotz to force it. Now Frotz, she's gonna fire a 3, no good, but she will get fouled. She will get fouled, and this could be for 3 shots since she was fouled when she shot it.
Yeah, and beyond the 3-point arc, so you're gonna see Andres right there, right after the shot was made, get in and get a little push, and that's what they called her out on. So we're gonna see 3 free throws.
And actually looks like they will call it after the shot.
Okay.
So it won't be for Lakers. It won't be a 3-point shot because it did look like she was hit after the play. So Mickey Glenn will inbound it to Cece Dixon instead. And now Frotz, almost hand to the face, but Frotz recovers. Gives it back to Kuko. Kuko, great pass inside. Here's Cece Dixon. She's got back-to-back field goals, and the Vulcans are within 5.
Dixon really making her presence known down low and getting those tough and gritty points.
She's 5'11", so definitely one of the taller players on the Vulcans roster. And Penasino works it back for the Lakers inside on Kuko, but Kuko will get fouled. So we'll have 1:18 remaining here in the first half here, and Penasino will go to the line since it's the Vulcans' 7th foul for a 1-on-1.
Yeah, Mercyhurst entering the bonus now with 17 fouls. In California, I beg your pardon, Mercyhurst has 6. So there's the foul by Kuko you saw as Penasino taking the shot up, just going a little too aggressively, trying to go on the defense.
Now Lana Doran has rechecked into the game for the Vulcans after getting her eyebrow cleaned up. And now Penasina puts up her first free throw, and that one is good. That was her first free throw attempt of the season. So now 30-24 Lakers. We have 1:18 remaining here, and it's now 6-point lead again for the Lakers. 7-point lead now for the Lakers, 31-24. So Glenn trying to get the Vulcans back some momentum in the second half, but that is an errant pass, but fortunately enough, it went out there on Katie Fisher, and the Vulcans will keep possession.
Yeah, it's going to remain California's ball. There's 1:13 left to go in the half. California, they're in the process of building a little bit of a run going into halftime, and that could prove to be a big momentum shifter.
Lana Doran gives the side to CeCe Dixon, who has the hot hand, puts up another shot, no good. Rebound Doran, and it'll be a foul on Mercyhurst.
Yeah, it was going to be before the shot, so the shot does not count, even though it might have sank in.
But Doran will go to the line here. It would be for a one-on-one, since that was the Lakers' seventh team foul. And Doran will go. She is 83.3% from through the opening weekend here. And Doran gets the first shot good, make it 31-25 here. And Mickey Glenn right now is bent over there.
She hurt something. She gets up with a little bit of a grimace on her face. She's seems to be walking okay. It might have been something on a.
Ooh, look, she's got a bloody tooth. Mercyhurst came in aggressively here to try to get the ball in case Doran missed it there. And I think Glenn took a hand to the face, because I can see her mouth, there's some blood in her mouth. So it's a tough break there for Mickey Glenn. She's going to be attended to there by the student trainer. Have a stoppage on the floor here.
Boy, and that's dangerous going in for the rebound, because something like that can happen to you.
You see that little cotton swab there in her mouth, trying to control the bleeding here. So we'll see this here. Mercyhurst came in aggressive, and then Vulcans will take a timeout here.
She's on the far side in the middle.
See, she took an elbow right to the face.
Yeah, got
right to the mouth.
Might have got very close to getting one of her teeth knocked out.
And that was completely unintentional too. So you can see Jessica Bell there reaching, probably feels bad about that. So Glenn right now just cleaning her mouth out over there. She should be okay. Tough player right now. But this will count as a full timeout for the Vulcans. As you see there, rinsing her mouth out, making sure just to get the taste of blood out. 31-25 Lakers has stole the score here. But now Lana Doran will go back for her second free throw. She made her first one there on the one-on-one. Even on the replay there, Doran almost took an elbow to the jaw as well. That was a very aggressive play there by the Lakers.
Yeah, it's been a tough game so far. That's been the story. Offensive battle back and forth, tight defenses, and missing teeth.
Doran puts a free throw. No good. Rebound, Caitlin Frotz, and gets it back out to Mickey Glenn. So Glenn not missing any time. She gives it back to Caitlin Frotz. Great awareness there by Frotz to grab the rebound. Gets it back to Glenn. Mahadi at the top left corner. Working on Penasina. She's going to get called for a travel. And now another turnover with 52 seconds remaining. The Lakers will try to get one more possession before half here.
So in women's basketball, there's 30 seconds on the shot clock. So Mercyhurst can burn quite a bit of time off the clock. But we've been seeing all game, they don't really waste that much time.
They really don't. But a lot of transition here. Maria Penasino gives it over to Katie Fisher. Fisher stolen away by Frotz. Frotz runs right past Cody over here. Almost went in the stands, but that's a great effort there by Caitlin Frotz, though.
Yeah, I had to be careful not to interfere on that one a little bit, but you're going to see Frotz scramble for the ball and try to keep possession, but then
you put your hands up. That's great.
I'm on a roller coaster.
Oh, that's great. Anyway, Mercyhurst called a timeout.
Yeah, that's just a personal habit that I've developed with. That's just a personal habit that I've developed with not interfering if you're not on the court.
It's all good.
So I just have been doing that
for a while. The right thing here, but we're going to take a look at the early PSAC West standings here. California, Edinburgh, Gannon, Indiana, and Slippery Rock all with perfect records so far. But it's early. Anything could happen, and there's a lot. Edinburgh is playing Seton Hill tonight. There's other games as well. So it's good to get the PSAC basketball fired up once again.
Yeah, this is the first week that we're seeing conference matchups get made, and California opening the season with Mercyhurst here.
Katie Fisher will inbound for the Lakers here. Shot clock at 14. Now Fisher works on Mahadi. Fisher works inside. Fisher's been great so far. No good. and looks like it'll be out on Fisher. So the Vulcans, with 25.3 seconds remain here, no shot clock. Shot clock's turned off, so they can hold this down the last possession here. If they could get a last-second shot, that could change the whole game.
It could. Going into, they always usually say going into the locker room as the last team to score is definitely a big positive on your side.
Glenn hands it off to Frotz. Gives it over to Lana Doran. 10 seconds left. Mahadi inside. Works around. Puts up a shot. No good. Rebound Bell. 5 seconds. Penasino, she's going to have the last hands. Gives it over to Ortiz. Ortiz puts up a shot. No good. Just out of the reach. And we will go to halftime here at the Convocation Center.
Halftime with Mercyhurst having the lead, 31-25.
Mercyhurst trying to pull the upset. 31-25 over the Vulcans. Stay tuned for the second half after halftime here on CUTV.
NCAA Division II has much to cheer about, as nearly 100,000 student athletes compete with passion and pride. And I'm pleased to share the best news of all. Student athletes are outperforming the rest of the D2 student body in graduation rates. Just another reason why you'll hear us say with pride, I chose Division II. Learn more at d2sa.org.
With 18 institutions, my conference is the largest league across all NCAA classifications. With nearly 7,000 student athletes competing in 23 championships, my conference sponsors the most championships in Division II. With a 78% academic success rate, my conference graduates student athletes well above the national average. We compete with passion. We take pride in our efforts in the arena and in the classroom. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Passion, pride, Pennsylvania.
And welcome back to the Convocation Center here as we get to start the second half between the Mercyhurst Lakers and the California Vulcans. This PSAC battle, Mercyhurst leads 31-25 right now. My name is Matt Hagee, alongside me is Cody Jett here on CUTV, and also to our America One viewers out there. And Cody, Mercyhurst came in here with no wins. California's 2-0, but Lakers right now, they're on the track for the upset, but still a whole half of basketball to go.
Still a whole half, and the game has been back and forth, really close, as indicated by the halftime stats. The free throw percentage, though, heavily favors Mercyhurst. California had a few big misses whenever they got the opportunity to shoot from the charity stripe. Turnovers pretty even, steals pretty even, rebounds still heavily favoring Mercyhurst. They have the advantage with the offensive rebounds. That's more important than defensive rebounds, I believe, because then you can get those second and third chance shots to get some more points on the board. But it's been a very tight battle here early on, and even though the score is only 31-25.
And then, like you said right there, free throws, 50% for the Vulcans. That's inexcusable. Jess Strong probably thinks that is inexcusable so far. So look to change that around in this half here. We have some highlights from the first half here. How we got to this 31-25 Lakers lead here. You see Adrian Clocker, Cody, she had 9 points in the first half, but she kind of disappeared after they took her out after the one foul. But it's been a balanced scoring effort by the Lakers so far. Yeah, both squads here, the Lakers and the California Vulcans, have just been exchanging shots back and forth. I think the maximum run we saw by any particular team was maybe about 4, 5, or 6 points, something like that. The runs have been really small. Teams haven't been going on like 9, 10, 11, 12-point runs. That just hasn't happened yet in this game. It's been back and forth all game long. There you see a nice layup by Kukul, taking advantage of a lane on the deep within the paint. That's another thing that we've been seeing. Wide open spaces in the defense, and the offense is really taking advantage of those miscues. See head coach Jess Strom there, one of the more successful coaches in the PSAC. This is her 4th season at the helm of the Vulcans. Ever since you and I have been here, and Cody, she's a former Penn State player. She played under Renee Portland and the great Penn State basketball teams that had deep runs against the tournament. She played against Diana Taurasi the one year when UConn won one of their national championships. So she's got good pedigree, definitely. Yeah, it's a good leader to have for the California Vulcans, and the success has shown in the past few years. So the Lakers will start with the ball here. This is Jessica Bell will inbound the ball for the Lakers, and you can't forget about the job that Deanna Richards done with this young Lakers team, getting them very competitive. And now Adrian Clocker, the team leader, will started off here for the Lakers with a 6-point lead. Clocker is double teamed, a lot of double team, and Frotz tries to steal it away, but good recovery by Clocker. She's going to get called for a double dribble. She is frustrated, but the turnover for the Lakers, and the Vulcans get the ball back.
Yeah, the double dribble can be one of the most frustrating fouls that you can have called against you. It's a very cheap turnover for the other team in California. If they want to get back into this game, they'll take advantage of it here.
12 turnovers now for the Lakers, but I really like Clocker's passion though for today. Now Kukoc goes inside, that is no good. Hard rebound, Doran. Doran gets the shot in, and there's the offensive rebound the Vulcans need.
Doran standing up for her teammate as Glenn went down to the court, and no foul was called. Doran just saw that and got the rebound and didn't stop until she heard a whistle.
4-point lead. It's all Adrian Clocker right now. Another double team again. It's stolen away by Caitlin Frotz. Loses the ball again. And they will give the ball back to the Lakers. So that was a tough break there. She had the ball and lost it.
Yeah, Frotz was is a little frustrated with herself not being able to maintain control of that. It did go off of her fingers out of bounds to the near side. So Mercyhurst gets the ball back on another turnover. Double
team is in, and now a 5-second roll. So another turnover for the Lakers, and the Vulcans will get the ball back again. 5-second violation, 10-second violation in the first half. So now 2 turnovers for the Lakers, and now Vulcans trying to pounce. Mickey Glenn will start it back here for the Vulcans. Give it off to Kukoc. Kukoc works inside of Piagesi. Kukoc backs up. Shot gives it over to Glenn in the top corner. Glenn will work around. Artizan puts up a shot. Mickey Glenn good. 4-0 Vulcans to start the second half. It's 31-29.
And California looking to start a little bit of a run to get back into the lead and extend it. That's what one team needs to really take control of the game.
That's kind of what started the Vulcans. They had the good looks in the first half, but none of them fallen, but both shots so far have fallen. Vulcans, another double team. Artis trying to get around, throws an errant pass, another turnover. 3 turnovers for the Lakers here, and the Vulcans look try to take the lead or tie it up.
The double team defense has been proven extremely effective for this entire game so far for the Vulcans. We normally saw Mercyhurst go with the one-on-one defense, the man-to-man defense, as we see Adrian Clocker check back in, but both have been effective, and now the double team is really proving to be effective.
So you're right, Emma Mahadi now with the ball, and Kukoc gets shoved down. So it'll be a foul on Piagesi. That will be Piagesi's first foul of the game and the Lakers' first team foul of the half.
We're going to take a look and see if we can see Piagesi going for the foul. And see Mahadi looking to get ready to shoot it. As she was going up for a shot, that's when the foul was called.
So Kukoc has possession. Kukoc works inside, great move, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Mahadi steals it away. Mahadi gets it back, fresh shot clock. Now Caitlin Frotz controls, hands it back to Mahadi. Mahadi thought about a 3. Now she loses the ball, it goes out of bounds, but it will go out on Alex Artis, Vulcans basketball.
It still maintains California possession, and now they're going to be inbounding it from underneath their own basket, so it's going to be going to see here if California can get their offensive presence down on the baseline. But no,
Caitlin
they send it back
Frotz, great move, basket and 1. Caitlin Frotz.
There's that presence that I was talking about
right?
from underneath. There's that presence that we were talking about. Frotz getting the 2 points on the board. It looked like she might have taken a jumper, but just charged the lane instead, and Mercyhurst's defense backed up completely. They didn't see that coming.
Now Caitlin Frotz will go back to the line there. It's a tight game here at 31. 6-0 run, 7-0 run now for the Vulcans to come back to the lead, and this is a whole different Vulcans team from the first half.
Yeah, they got the lead back thanks to a run.
Look at this defensive pressure, Artis. And it'll be a timeout. Deanna Richard calls it, and she does not look happy at all.
That's the classic 2-man trap right there in the corner of the court. You saw California has been using the two-person trap defense throughout the entire game, but that time they just caught them in a bad place. Mercyhurst right in the corner of the court, had nowhere to go, absolutely nowhere to go.
And Kukoc's been playing great defense all game. Now the Lakers, Richard needed to call that timeout, one to avoid another turnover, which would have been their 4th, but also just to calm down and tell her troops, I mean, we're still in this game. We extended to at least a 9-point lead in the first half. We can beat Cal.
Yeah, that's what she's saying right now. They've had the lead for a majority of the first half, and even going into halftime they had it. But now that California is going with that 7-0 run to start out this second half, and like I've been saying before, that is what can really give a team control in a game. Going on a 7-0, 8-0, 9-0, or even a double-digit run. Double-digit run is extremely effective too.
And here's the replay so far here. It's Adrian Clocker, that was from the first half here. She got off to a great start. But also to mention that this will be count as a media timeout here. There's Alana Doran picking up for Irina Kukels right there. And that was the first basket of the half. So again, offensive rebounds what they need. And this is Mickey Glenn putting up another shot. That was the second field goal of the second half here. And then what a play right here. Caitlin Frotz barrels her ways in, puts the shot, gets the and one as well. 32-31 Vulcans, 17:44 remaining. Now Adrian Clocker hands it back to Heinz. Heinz goes around. Now Ortiz goes for three. That was a great shot there by Ortiz, and the Lakers take the lead right back.
Right out of the timeout. Who knows what may have happened, but that's proven to be a good decision.
Kukoc put up a shot, no good. Tough break there, and Ortiz gets the rebound. Mercyhurst trying to fight back after the cutting down the Vulcans 7-0 run. Kukoc almost stole it away there. We've seen that a couple times in this game.
Getting into passing lanes. Kukoc being really aggressive here.
Clocker works around Doran, throws up a shot off the backboard and out of bounds, so that will be Vulcans basketball.
And it did hit the side of the backboard, so it's still in play. But normally you see if a shot hits the top of it, they count it as out of bounds. So the side, it's still in play.
Emma Mahadi gives it back to Frotz here. Frotz sides, puts Clocker on the floor and puts up a shot. My goodness. I mean, wow.
Caitlin Frotz tying the game back up. She now has 11 points on the game to match her jersey number 11.
Anyway, the Lakers try to come back there, and now it's a good pass side to Bell. Bell blares over Glenn, and they'll call it a block on Glenn there, so Bell will go to the line for two.
And Mickey Glenn trying to maintain her stance down low and not get the foul called against her, but going into the charge, and there she was impeding the progress of the offensive player. So we're gonna see a couple shots now from Jessica Bell.
So now Bell will go to the line and gets the bounce and in to take the lead back by one here. Bell 55.6% from the line out of the first weekend here. She is a sophomore from Lake Central High School out of Crown Point, Indiana.
Katie Fisher checking into the game now for the Lakers.
Katie Fisher's been solid so far, and that shot is no good. Rebound Emma Mahadi, so it's now only a 1-point lead for the Lakers. Now Mickey Glenn sets it back for the Vulcans here. Almost stolen away there by Heinz, but now Mahadi moving in. Jumper, good. Emma Mahadi gives the Vulcans the lead right back.
And now it's starting to turn into that offensive style shootout again. We're starting to see it back and forth, lead exchanges. Now there's going to be a foul away from the ball on Mercyhurst.
Offensive foul. I could not see that one barreled over Irina Kukoc there, so the Vulcans will get the ball back here. Be Natalie Piagesi's second foul of the game. So now we see a couple substitutions. Sierra Barrett comes in for Kukoc.
Jessica Bell takes a seat for the Lakers.
So now 16:06 remaining here. Mickey Glenn giving it back over to Emma Mahadi. Mahadi looking around. She goes for three. No good. Just off the rim. Rebound by Katie Fisher. Frotz gets the ball out. That's Vulcans basketball. Caitlin Frotz all over the court. Offense, defense. Can't stop her.
Wow, that is huge. Frotz really starting to boost the morale of this team. Look at this. She's trying to push Katie Fisher into the ball so that it goes out on her and then it goes into California's possession. That's very effective strategy you normally don't see all that often.
So, I mean, incredible here. Irina Kukoc puts up a shot there. And, I mean, it's just been great. That started the first half. Lana Doran puts the shot up as
California
well.
going on that 7-0 run to start out the half.
Mickey Glenn puts up another shot. I mean, that was the second field goal of the half. This is the great Caitlin Frotz. I mean, she's been the player of the half so far. Offensive, defense in that last one there. And this is a great shot there by Alex Artis. That got the Lakers' first field goal of the game right off the timeout. But watch this move here. Caitlin Frotz puts on Adrian Clocker, puts her on the floor, and puts up a shot and in. That is an incredible move that Frotz. See her energy. Mahadi, jumper, good. And that is where we are right now with that field goal, 36-35. And now, Cody, here's our YouTube page to CUTV.
Yeah, if you want to take a look at this game or take a look at the highlights, even the full game in its entirety, and watch previous broadcasts that we've had from this just now closed football season, you can go onto YouTube. Go onto youtube.com/CUTV Sports 1. That's all one word. And you'll find all of the uploads of CUTV's work. And there's also a news center channel if you're into the news. That's CUTV.com, YouTube.com, I beg your pardon, /CUTV News Center.
Barrett going to the bucket, tries to give it to Doran, but it's recovered by Frotz. He's over a wide open Glenn, three-pointer, no good, but it looks like they'll call a foul on Lana Doran, and the Lakers will get the ball back. It'll be on Sierra Barrett, excuse me.
Yeah, they're going to call the foul here on California, going up for the rebound. It's been a...
And Barrett will get in there. That is the Vulcan's second foul of the half right there, but Barrett, that's her third foul. So she will check out of the game. And we'll see Kuko back in. Katie Fisher working around on Doran, gives it over to Artis. Artis with the only field goal so far for the Lakers in this half. Almost has it stolen away, and she's going to get called for a travel. And Caitlin Frotz was right there again.
So another turnover there for the Lakers. The Lakers had 11 turnovers in the first half that outnumbered California's 9, even though it may have seemed like Mercyhurst took advantage more of California's turnovers. But now it's starting to change the tide.
6 turnovers so far this half for the Lakers. And 17 on the game. Here's Caitlin Frotz. Thought about a shot, gives it over to Kuko. Kuko's going to take a 3. That one is good. Irina Kuko drains a 3. It's 39-35 Vulcans. That's their largest lead of the game.
Yeah, and California really building a sturdy run going into the second half. Mercyhurst has only scored 4 points.
And now Kuko guarding Jessica Heinz. Angela Heinz, and now Artis is going for another 3. That's an air ball. Rebound, good rebound there by Haley Andres.
Shot clock didn't reset. There's 5 on it.
Now Pia Jesse looks like there'd be a foul called. I would think it's on me. It will be on Emma Mahadi. That will be Mahadi's first foul of the game and third team foul of the half for the Vulcans.
So with 14:39 left to go in the game, California still maintaining the lead, but Mercyhurst with possession under their own basket.
Good inbound pass. Here's Heinz. Heinz puts it in. That's a good shot. Good setup there. The Lakers pull within 2. So now the Vulcans start back here. Mickey Glenn. So over to Lana Doran. Doran works inside. Ball stolen away by Heinz, but luckily right back to Mickey Glenn. Mickey Glenn will get us reset the offense here. Gives it back over to Kuko.
Adrian Clocker ready to check back in for the Lakers.
And indeed, that's a high pass, and that's going to be off of Mahadi's fingertips. So there's a turnover, and the Lakers get the ball back. So now
Clocker checking in for the Lakers, as well as Mariah Penasino.
And it looks like we'll see Pia Jesse go off, as well as Alex Artis. The inbounder will be Haley Andres. So indeed have 14:08 remaining here in the second half. Vulcans lead by 2. They've come out firing so far after being down by 5 at halftime. And here's Penasino working around, giving it back to Katie Fisher. Fisher gives inside the Heinz. Heinz puts up a shot on Glenn, no good, rebound, and it goes back to the Lakers. Clocker puts up a shot, no, that is good. Adrian Clocker, that's her first field goal in a long time. We're tied at 39.
Clocker being relatively quiet during the majority of this game, except for the very beginning, and now we could see her jump back into action.
Kuko works inside for response, no good. Rebound, Caitlin Frotz. That was a tough break there, but now Mickey Glenn takes it back. Glenn works inside. Glenn puts up a shot. That's no good. Rebound, Kuko. That one is good. Kuko's hard work pays off, and the Vulcans take the lead back.
And there's the offensive rebounds and proving just how important they are. On the third chance, California gets the points.
Clocker gives it back to Fisher. Fisher works inside. Works around Kuko. Puts up a shot. No good. Rebound. And out of bounds on Katie Fisher, and that will be Vulcans basketball.
A lot of the shots we're seeing by Mercyhurst are might be a little bit too strong. Mercyhurst might be a little too anxious to get the lead back, so they're shooting the ball with a little too much power behind it.
Mickey Glenn, shake defender, pulls back. Puts inside the Kuko. Kuko double team, trying to work around, loses the ball. That is going to go off of Heinz, and it will be Vulcans basketball.
Yeah, Heinz looking to get a quick turnover on that one, but the ball just evaded her fingers and went out of bounds.
So now Glenn inbounds to Kuko. Kuko puts up jumper immediately. That's off the net, and it'll be a rebound by Katie Fisher. Fisher takes it back here in transition. Pulls back to slow things down. Here's Clocker. Clocker works around Kuko. Over Lana Doran. Doran might have got a piece of that, but a great rebound there by Hailey Andres to keep it going. And we're tied at 41.
And again, offensive rebounds. Mercyhurst had a huge advantage in the offensive rebound department in the first half.
California's tried to pull away here, but the Lakers are saying, no, you don't. Kuko. Moves inside on Penasino. Kuko puts up a shot, no good. Rebound, Doran off the head of Hailey Andres, and she will get fouled. She'll go in the line for two.
So now we're going to see California go to the free throw line again. During the first half, that was their weak point. That was the weak point of the Vulcan squad going into the to put points on the board. Only 50% in the first half in comparison to Mercyhurst's 83%.
Here's Lana Doran. She had sunk some free throws in the first half here. She'll put up another one. That one's good. So now we'll see Cece Dixon check in for Irina Kuko, and Pia Jesse will re-enter for Clocker. So we'll see, and the Lakers will shift up here. I've seen Clocker get subbed out a lot in this game. So Lana Doran gave the Vulcans the lead back by one. Looks to put them up by two. That's no good. Rebound by Penasino. Then there's free throws again. Might come back to hurt the Vulcans later. Here's Penasino. Caitlin Frotz falls. Penasino puts up a jumper. No good. Rebound Cece Dixon. Dixon keeps it in. Great awareness. And here's Frotz. Gives it back to Glenn. A lot of speed. Glenn on two defenders. Puts it up, and that rattles in. Mickey Glenn comes up huge. It's 44-41 Vulcans.
Glenn just splitting the defense on that one. Had two or three people on her all at the same time, but that was no match for Glenn as she just ran right through and put up the layup.
So now Heinz has the ball back here. Worked on there by Lana Doran. Good aggressive defense. Now Penasino works around. That is going to be Andres putting up a shot. We'll see what that was. That was a three-pointer, so we're tied at 44. And they changed it. It's a two-point shot.
That was a two-point shot. Okay, Andres keeping Mercyhurst back into the game.
Doran puts up a shot, and that one is good. The Vulcans respond right back. It's a three-point game again. 6 points, Lana Doran. Doran just stormed her way in. It's Katie Fisher controls for the Lakers. Here's Penasino. Gives it over to Heinz. Heinz trying to work on Frotz. Turns around. Gives it to Penasino, wide open, no good. That no good, that doesn't go in. Mickey Glenn steals it away. Oh my goodness, Penasino under the basket, and now Caitlin Frotz is wide open. She doesn't put it in. It's back and forth. We are at full throttle right now, and Katie Fisher's gonna draw a foul on Mickey Glenn. So that slows down the speed of this game. I couldn't believe Penasino with two shots. And we're going to see our second media timeout of the second half here. We will take it a break. When we come back, 10:36 remaining. The Vulcans lead by 3. Can they hang on? Next on CUTV.
NCAA Division II has much to cheer about, as nearly 100,000 student athletes compete with passion and pride. And I'm pleased to share the best news of all. Student athletes are outperforming the rest of the D2 student body in graduation rates. Just another reason why you'll hear us say with pride, I chose Division II. Learn more at d2sa.org.
With 18 institutions, my conference is the largest league across all NCAA classifications. With nearly 7,000 student athletes competing in 23 championships, my conference sponsors the most championships in Division II. With a 78% academic success rate, my conference graduates student athletes well above the national average. We compete with passion. We take pride in our efforts in the arena and in the classroom. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Passion Pride, Pennsylvania.
And we welcome you back here to the Convocation Center. 10:36 remaining here in the second half. The Vulcans now maintain a 3-point lead here. And Cody, over break, we had a little review of that one shot there by Haley Andres. It was called a 2-pointer, and it was upheld there as they looked to see if it was a 3-pointer, but it was indeed a 2-point shot.
Well, now the scoreboard here at Convocation Center is reading 45-43 in favor of California. I'm not sure if that was done on accident or something, because it did say 46 a minute ago, literally right when you said that. So
yeah, that's
might have been another change that they made.
It's interesting. Yeah, they reviewed the shot by Andres there, but
yeah, the scoreboard is reading 45-43 in favor of California right now.
So now 45-43 Vulcans is what it will be. 2-point lead now. Penasino inbound. Big pass out to Heinz at the top of the key. Heinz works around Frotz. Oh, it's a 3-ball. Penasino in and out. Penasino's had a couple tough breaks. Frotz with great effort gets it away there. Mercyhurst wanted to travel. They won't get it. Doran's going to take a shot. No good. And a good rebound there by Katie Fisher.
Back and forth again with the rebounds this time instead of the points.
So now Heinz. Inside, Pia Jesse using her size, puts it in and ties the game at 45.
And there's exactly 10 minutes left to go in the game now, and we're back to where we started.
So Glenn will start the Vulcans off and give it over to Mahadi. Mahadi works inside. Mahadi the bucket. She's going to get fouled. I think Pia Jesse is going to go against Haley Andres. That's going to be Haley Andres' 4th foul, so she's going to have to come out of the game.
Yeah, Andres just going over the back a little bit as Mahadi was trying to go up for the layup, so we're going to see her go to the free throw line for 2 shots. She's making them 2/3 of the time.
Mahadi, she did 66.7%, and she gives that free throw to give the Vulcans the lead, 46-45. And, I mean, I remember last season, Emma Mahadi was over 80% at the line, so she's one of the more reliable free throw shooters for the Vulcans. And she buries second there, 47-45, Vulcans, 9:50 remaining. Full court defense. Now Penasino's in transition here. She's going to go to Pia Jesse, plows over. Glenn loses the ball, out of bounds, Vulcans ball. I don't understand the decision there that Pia Jesse made, but it goes out of bounds and the Vulcans will have the ball back.
Well, right now Mercyhurst is definitely playing an extremely fast and aggressive game. They're trying to build up a run of their own, just like how California did to start out the second half. They just might be a little taking an extra step, or might be a little too anxious, and that's what's causing those turnovers.
So Glenn now works inside to Dixon. Dixon spins around, puts up a shot. That is a wonderful shot there by Cece Dixon. It's 49-45. What a turnaround shot.
Cece Dixon's points have all come from down by the baseline area, so that's a valuable asset for the Vulcans offense.
49-45. Fisher looks a response, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound Mahadi. Here's Glenn. Glenn with aggressive defense, works right around Heinz. Now she's got Ortiz on her, puts up a shot. It's good. Count it and give her another shot opportunity, a free throw opportunity.
Boy, and on the way down the court, Glenn bobbled the ball a little bit. She might have gotten a double dribble called on her on the way down, so she's very lucky, but still a good effort coming down the side of the court. And then on the way up, draws the foul, and we'll send her to the free throw line.
Mickey Glenn puts the shot up there. I was surprised no lane infraction there, so it doesn't matter. So now 52-45 Cal. That is their largest lead of the game. So now the Lakers work it back here. Here's Heinz. Heinz works inside on Doran. Fires it back to Fisher. Gives it back to Pia Jesse. Pia Jesse over to Heinz. Wide open 3. That is good. The Lakers needed that one to pull within 4.
Mercyhurst keeping this game close. There hasn't been a moment where either team was out of it yet.
You're absolutely right. They're trying to keep battling here. They played great on the road. Trying to get their first win. Mahadi, jumper. Good, Emma Mahadi. It's 54-48. Excuse me. Now, Penasino takes it back for the Lakers. Works it around Lana Doran. Doran trying to poke the ball out. Send it over to Heinz. I've been really impressed with how Heinz has played so far. Shooting here. Pia Jesse gives it back. Wide open shot for Penasino. No good. Rebound Pia Jesse with that 6-1 frame again.
Yeah, it's been impressive with how a lot of these players have played in this game.
And
so
now
far.
Heinz forced to pass to Pia Jesse, but now the Vulcans have it. Here comes Glenn. Glenn in transition. Ball knocked out by Penasino, and it'll be a foul. And now the Vulcans will. It will be a 1-and-1 shot in there because the Vulcans are in the 1 bonus, and we're going to have our third media timeout here with 7:49 remaining here in the second half. And Cody, the Lakers keeping it close. The Vulcans are just trying to pull away here, and this could be the time where they might pull away.
Yeah, they've been doing a spectacular job to start out the half. They went on that 7-0 run. And then we saw Mercyhurst come back and score a few points of their own, but then California going on another run. And give credit to California's defense, too, because Mercyhurst has been playing an extremely fast and aggressive game coming into the second half at least. And the defense has been aware of that.
Yep.
And they know that they're using that to their advantage to draw a couple of cheap turnovers, but there's nothing cheap about a couple of offensive rebounds, just like you saw on Clocker's shot there by Haley Andres. On that previous highlight reel, but that's been the story of this game so far. Shootout style, very tight defense, back and forth, no real obvious momentum shifted towards any particular team. It's been very balanced, and that's what I was saying during our open. The tail of the tape between these two squads really told a very even story, regardless of what the records might have said.
They really did. So now here's an interesting stat here. Mercyhurst, we can take a look at our upcoming broadcast first, and I'll tell you, I said, we're going to Edinburgh on Saturday. It's going to be a big matchup between the women's team. Last time the Vulcan women were there, they won. Men, not so much. Then UPJ and Clarion to close out the winter semester, the fall semester here. Then we're going to cover the graduation that like we always do here on CUTV. But here's an interesting stat, Cody. Mercyhurst has more turnovers than field goals made in this half, 8-7. That's incredible.
Interesting, too.
Yeah, definitely it is. Now Glenn, with a 6-point lead, gives it over to Mahadi. Mahadi taking her time. Give it to Doran in the corner. Doran puts it back. Oh, almost a shot taken away from Artis. Mahadi puts it up, and that one is good. Emma Mahadi, Cal 56, Mercyhurst 48.
Yeah, they're still keeping this game close. Even though California is still trying to run away with it, there's no lead that's safe.
No, there really isn't. It's this very talented Mercyhurst team. Now Heinz works around. Frotz. Oh, a great move.
Good dribble.
Inside. Wonderful move there by Angela Heinz to get the Lakers a much-needed 2 points.
Heinz really faking out the California defense on that one. Good move. We saw Frotz with a nice move in the first earlier on in the half, and now Heinz getting a move of her own.
In the back, Mahadi puts up a shot, no good, and there's an offensive rebound by Dixon. Backs out to Glenn. Glenn puts up a shot and draws the foul. And it'll be called an offensive foul.
They're going to call the foul on Glenn, it looks like.
So we'll see Glenn go up here. She was working there. Oh, yeah, she plowed over. I cannot see who that was. I think it was Heinz. So,
that's her third foul of the game.
And so definitely cannot afford to lose Mickey Glenn here. We got 6:35 remaining. Penasino, Doran falls while covering Penasino. Now Katie Fisher has possession. Fisher gives it over to Heinz. Heinz loses the ball, gets it back. Under 10 on the shot clock. Here's Pia Jesse. Pia Jesse on Glenn, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound, Emma Mahadi.
Jump ball.
No.
Or foul, I beg your pardon.
Call a foul on Mercyhurst there. So we'll see who it's on there. That is on Pia Jesse, and that is her third foul of the game. You cannot afford to have your biggest player to get in foul trouble.
Pia Jesse getting the foul as her and Emma Mahadi were scrambling for the ball, and now that's going to send California into the bonus, and Emma Mahadi will go to the free throw line.
She'll be shooting a one-on-one. She sunk her first 2 free throws she had, looking to extend the 6-point lead the Vulcans had. Mahadi puts up the first one, no good. Rebound, CeCe Dixon. She's been great. Mahadi's going to try to redeem herself and buries a 3-point shot. How about that by Emma Mahadi?
Well, something tells me part of that was scripted. that they get the rebound and send Emma Mahadi for the 3-pointer. That just looked so good to be scripted.
So now a 9-point lead for the Vulcans. They've matched the Lakers' largest lead they had in the first half, but Pia Jesse's going to cut into that lead with a wide open pass there to make it at 7.
59-52 the score.
Mickey Glenn out to reset the offense. 5:38 remaining. Gives it over to Frotz. Frotz has been great. Gives it over to Doran. Doran puts up a shot, no good. Rebound, no foul called. Big scrum for it, and ball finds it to Angela Heinz. The Heinz working quick down the court, gives it over to Pia Jesse. Back to Heinz, but right in the arms of Mahadi. The Vulcans come charging back. Mahadi's got Frotz. Oh, and Frotz pulled off there, but it looks like it will go off the Vulcans' ball. Frotz pulled off there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like not see the route there, but that's a tough break for the Vulcans there. They turned the ball over.
Yeah, so it's going to be Mercyhurst ball now with 5:09 left to go in the half. And Mercyhurst, they can really get right back into this game. Now's when time is starting to become a factor, whether you be California holding the lead or Mercyhurst trying to catch up.
Something to note here, Haley Andres is back in the game. She's got 4 fouls. Now Fisher loses the ball, Frotz, and now stolen away by Mahadi. Great turnover. CeCe Dixon's got a lane and corrals it and slows it back.
Good turnover there by the California. Either way, Frotz, good job to get the pass away and not get called for the travel. She was sliding, trying to scramble for it.
Even smarter decision. There's Mickey Glenn, who's been huge in this second half. She's got 11 points in the day, and now a 9-point lead for the Vulcans. So now 5 for 11 in this game. So Mickey Glenn's been huge in the second half. She's got 11. Frotz has 11, and Mahadi's got 16. So now Bell works inside, loses the ball, turnover Lakers, and the Vulcans get the ball back.
That's going to be huge for California now that they get ball back with time on their side. The clock is California's friend, and Mercyhurst looks like they're going to call a timeout.
And Mercyhurst indeed called a timeout here with 4:14 remaining here.
So it's going to be interesting to see how Mercyhurst is going to come out of this timeout to get back into this game. Right now they're facing a 9-point deficit. They've been playing aggressive on offense, but it's been leading to a couple of cheap and dirty turnovers. So will Deanna Richard change the game plan, or will she say, be even more aggressive, but just watch your, just polish up your play a little bit?
I still don't get it.
So we have here about 4 minutes left here. We're going to tease Twitter, Cody's great Twitter page we have here, at CUTV_PA. And it's a good way to stay involved in social media with us.
Yeah, and you can stay up to date on what we are doing here at California University Television. Just going on Twitter and searching for at CUTV_PA. It's a great way to stay connected, both on Twitter and on Facebook. You can find the Facebook page for California University Television if you just search for that, and stay up to date on future shoots that we're going to do, and future news center packages maybe that'll be happening in the future. It's a great way to stay connected.
Definitely, we have a news center broadcast tomorrow here. And after the game, Cody, if California holds on the win here, we're going to be doing an interview with Caitlin Frotz right here. We might have an idea. Could be Frotz, could be Mahadi. We'll see right there. But so we'll see right there. And the girl on the screen that you just showed right there, something tells me that we might be interviewing her. So we'll see.
Well, Frotz has certainly been one of the leaders in this second half to get the offensive mojo going.
It's been more of an energy thing. Mahadi leads the team in points, but the way Frotz has just changed the game offensively, defensively, has been wonderful. Mahadi with the rebounds here. So now Glenn gives it over to Frotz. We're under 4 minutes remaining. Doran puts up a shot, wide open lane, and that one is good. 63-52. For the first time today, the Vulcans have a double-digit lead.
For the first time, any team has a double-digit lead.
Absolutely.
Any team does. So California is starting to take a little bit of offensive control here.
So now Penasino looking to need a shot. Mercyhurst needs a shot. She puts it up. Rebound Mahadi. And Mahadi will pull it back there, and she'll get called a foul. We'll see who that's on. And Mahadi will go to the line for a one-on-one. And they're going to call it on Katie Fisher. That's her second foul of the game. It's on Penasino, excuse me. But that's her second foul as well.
Yeah, Penasino going for the jump ball there, just being a little too aggressive, and that'll lead the official to blow the whistle. So it'll send Emma Mahadi back to to the free throw line, not for the first time in this game. We've seen her take multiple trips there.
And the last time she was there, she missed her shot, but then buried a three-pointer. So we'll see if that happens again. She buries her first one, so that's not going to happen again. 64-52, 12-point lead, 17 points for Mahadi. And, I mean, she's been great. Offensive rebounds. And the PSAC Player of the Week, reigning Player of the Week, buries both free throws. It is 65-52. Adrian Clocker is back into the game for the Lakers. Their leading point scorer of the day with 11 points. They need her more than ever right now with 3:30 remaining. Penasino works around Mahadi. Gets it back to Clocker. Clocker, double teamed. Frotz tries to poke it out. Clocker works around Doran, jumper, good. And that's exactly what I just said they needed.
Yeah, that was a nice move by Clocker there. Good spin move right at the three-point arc to spin away from Frotz and really open up a lane. And there was literally nobody in front of her on the hardwood, just threw the shot up.
Now Emma Mahadi gives it back to Dixon. Over to Glenn. 3 minutes remaining. Glenn loses the shot. Guess who? It's Clocker. Clocker trying to bring the Lakers back. Clocker puts up another shot. Blocked away by Mickey Glenn.
Hit the side of the backboard.
Another side of the backboard. Glenn was there. Glenn trying to slow it down. 2:44 remaining. And she definitely has so much poise. Here's Lana Doran. Doran goes inside. Doran goes to the basket. Puts it up, no good. Rebound, Angela Heinz. Now Doran steals it right back. How about that?
Good steal. California really using the steals to their advantage in this second half. It's always fun to see.
Way awareness there. Now Caitlin Frotz gives it over to Cece Dixon. Over to Mickey Glenn. Glenn gives over to Mahadi. Mahadi inside to Glenn. Glenn puts up a shot. No good. Rebound. Heinz gets a big rebound. Heinz gets it back to Fisher. In transition. Fisher waiting. Gives it over to Clocker. Clocker, three. That's good. Adrian Clocker, 5 points off the bench. And it's now 65-57, suddenly an 8-point game, 1:52 remaining.
Mickey Glenn taking her time going across the court, and we're going to have a whistle here. California calling a timeout this time with 1:49 left to go in the second half. And
we have a couple score updates as well as the opening PSAC West game here. Gannon destroying Slippery Rock by 61-31. Last update, Edinburgh, where Cal will be going on Saturday, 53-40 over Seton Hill, and UPJ 90-75 over Clarion here. And here's a huge three-pointer here by Adrian Clocker. Just as like I said, they need Adrian Clocker more than ever, and she's trying single-handedly to bring the team back.
She does lead the team in points so far in this game. She has 16 total points. Mahadi's leading the way for the Vulcans. She has 18. So offensive battle between those two so far in this game. But Mercyhurst has a little bit of work to do. Right now they're not at the bottom of the ladder. They're right in the middle. California's on the top of the ladder, of course, with the lead. So they're still within striking range. They have 109 seconds left to go in the half.
And they do. Now Clocker has 16 points suddenly. And they have the Vulcans have a foul to give in case they have to force the Lakers here. Now Doran puts up a shot that's stolen away by Artis. Mercyhurst back in the transition. Artis, 1:30 remaining. Artis almost has it stolen away by Frotz. Gives it back to Fisher. Fisher working on Mahadi. Good move. Fisher still gives it back to Clocker. Clocker loses the ball out of bounds. Vulcans basketball. That is a huge turnover.
And now Mickey Glenn or whoever it is that's going to be bringing it back up has got to be careful here. Mercyhurst going with a full court press.
So Mickey Glenn working around there. Stolen away by Heinz, but Glenn gets it back. That would have been a huge turnover. Now Dixon with great pressure. Lana Doran. Remember, the Vulcans are in the bonus. Frotz goes to the basket, pulls back. What moves, and almost pulls up an errant pass there. It goes to Mickey Glenn. And one more foul will put Cal in the double bonus. Versus trying to milk it as much as possible they can. 6 on the shot clock, and finally a foul called. And it will be on Penasino. That will be her third foul of the game here. We got 55 seconds remaining.
And California still clinging on to the 65-57 lead. We're going to see another timeout called by head coach Jess Strom.
So now there's a big foul. The Cal Vulcans are in the double bonus here. 55 seconds remaining here. Holding on, 8-point lead. But again, credit Mercyhurst for still not giving up, even though when they were down as much as in double-digit points, 12 points, they battled back.
Yeah, they've really been battling back. And during the first half, we didn't really know who was going to take control of this game. They hinted at it that it might have been Mercyhurst because they went into the halftime with the lead. But then California went on that 7-0 run that really gave them control right back and gave them the lead, and they haven't looked back since. It's been back and forth a little bit ever since then, but then California just really started to break away, and now with under a minute left, they have the 8-point lead.
And Cody, as Mickey Glenn goes to the line here, gets some free throws, try to close this game out here. There's been a great fan base behind us. They've really showed up tonight, and it's good to see the support like this. I definitely hope they come out more often. Now here's Glenn at the line. Buries her first free throw here to make it a 9-point game.
Could become double digits if she makes this one. Glenn coming into this game was 78% from the free throw line.
So now Glenn will go back up here trying to make this a 10-point lead. Glenn, the southpaw. That's good. 2 ice-cold shots there from Mickey Glenn. And it's now a 10-point game. So here's Clocker. Clocker, what's she gonna do? 5 straight points for her. Loses the ball. Dixon's got it. Mickey Glenn takes it around. And Cody, as Lakers still trying to foul here. Glenn's keeping away as much as possible. Fires it over to Frotz. Great addition. Now here's Mickey Glenn with 30 seconds left. Glenn will get fouled. And now he'll go to the line.
There's 30 seconds left to go in the game. We're going to see Mickey Glenn go to the free throw arc. 67-57 is the score right now. And now you're going to be seeing Matt Hagee in a little bit go over to do a post-game interview with one of the California players in just a little bit. So I'll be here to take you to the end of the game. And now we're going to be seeing, it looks like a quick timeout here. It's going to be called, California called the last timeout. So California University Television has quite a few broadcasts coming up. We're going to be seeing the Vulcan basketball teams, both men's and women's, take on the Edinburgh Fighting Scots up in Erie on November 22nd. And then on December 3rd, the University of Pitt Johnstown comes to the Convocation Center to take on the Vulcans. And then on the 6th, they're going to be traveling to Clarion. And CUTV will have continuous coverage of the Vulcan basketball team all season long. Be sure to tune in for the Vulcan basketball programming, or if you can, be sure to come to all the games. Every Wednesday and Saturday, the Vulcans will be playing unless they reschedule them. If you wanted to take a look at when the upcoming Vulcan games are, you can go to the newly redesigned calvulcans.com for further information. There's the shot. That's good by Glenn. It's now 69-57. So now Mercyhurst will bring the ball back up, led the way by Katie Fisher. She throws up a jumper. That's going to be rebounded by Glenn. There's a 1-second difference between shot and game clock now, and Doran, I beg your pardon, gets control of the ball, sends it over. There's still a 1-second difference between the shot clock. They did not reset it yet. There's 8 seconds left on the game clock. California will be running out the clock here. Frotz dribbling over to the far side, and that will seal the deal. The Vulcans get the lead back and the victory, 69-57 over Mercyhurst. So we're going to be seeing Matt Hagee in a little bit with a post-game interview before one of the California players. But good offensive stand by California to get back into this game. 69-57. We saw them go on that 7-0 run at the beginning of the second half, and that's what proved to be critical. That really changed the tide. Mercyhurst had the lead going into halftime. It was 45-31, I believe. They had the lead. So that's what we saw. That's what we saw coming into the second half. So California goes to 3-0 on the season. Mercyhurst drops to 0-3. They are 0-1 now in conference. California with a 1-0 conference record. Once again, 69-57, your final score. California getting the getting the lead to open up the 2014 regular season. So we're going to end the broadcast here for myself, Cody Jeanette, and Matt Hagee, and our director, Gary Smith, and our entire crew on hand. We thank you for watching this presentation of Cal U Women's Basketball. We will see you next time.